Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if this is your first time. I don't really like putting loads of videos up on the same day or the same, like right next to each other. But it makes sense to do this now. It's good news. It's a nice story. It's got a happy ending. So I thought it'd be nice to put it up. It actually references one of the bad things that happened last month that sent me like in an unhappy state. I was quite a numb state after this thing happened, but then it's been kind of corrected in a way that I was not expecting. So I'll tell you a little story. Good news. I've just had a kip. So I've just literally woken up from the kip and thought I'd do this video. So a kip is a short rest. I think MJ told me that she didn't know what a kip was, and it's a short sleep, little mini sleep. So I'm filming it just after that, and partly it's because I thought it'd be nice to reference the fact I've just had the most amazing dream. It was just such a lovely, happy dream. And my dreams did get a little bit stressy and negative and not nightmarish necessarily, that's a bit strong, but full of problems when I was sleeping. I mean, I know I'm known for not sleeping much, but there were some days where I didn't have any sleep at all, and that's hard to go to work after that. So I definitely need about 4 hours sleep for me to function properly. I can do it with 3. Don't want to go below that. So yeah, there were some days where I had no sleep in the end of June. But anyway, listen, I'll tell you what happened, and I'll tell you what's happened. There's kind of like a nice happy ending to this ridiculous story. And I'll tell you now that when I alluded to it in my monthly wrap up. So I obviously talked about Scott and Alice, and I talked about my mum being in the hospital and my daughter moving, and just some stuff happening at work, because this is the most hectic time of work as well for me, although that's now done. But the thing that I didn't really talk about much, I didn't talk about it because I was so embarrassed, because it came from a huge mistake I'd made, a massive mistake. It was a very small mistake, but the consequences were huge. So it was a little clerical error, like a typing error, which was really expensive, a really expensive error. So basically, I'm about to go on holiday, right? That's another reason why I'm doing this video, is because I need to shout out these people. So that's part of the motivation. I'll get there in a second. So I'm going on holiday, and I booked the hotel room. And I booked the hotel room for a particular part of July. And basically, in the middle of June, I get an email from booking.com saying, "How did you enjoy your holiday?" What? And basically, I'd put the wrong month in this booking procedure, and literally thrown away over £1,200, over 1,200 quid. That's probably millions in Thailand baht. I don't know what it is in dollars, but 1,200 quid. I have not got that kind of money that I can just throw away. And I was so stunned. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at the screen like, what? and then slowly it started sinking in, and I started thinking, oh my God, this is so much money that I've just thrown away. And I couldn't believe it. And obviously, because they couldn't use those rooms at the times that I didn't use them, I thought, I'm not going to get a refund, because the time has passed and they've already not used the rooms, so they're not going to let me have a refund. I told my mate that I'm going with, and I told my wife, and we found some savings. We've rescued the holiday, but in that time, I just could not believe that I'd just lost that amount of money. It's so much money, and I couldn't believe it for days. For days, I was in a daze, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It's like, what a hugely expensive but silly mistake. And actually, when you do book your holiday, your hotel rooms, if you go off the page and you go back to the page, because we're pretty sure what happened was that as a default, it goes back to the month that you're doing it. So just obviously triple check the dates you're putting in, because I think it's quite an easy mistake to make, especially as I am sure that I put the right dates in and then went away and came back and didn't notice that it'd gone back to a default. So I am owning the mistake. I definitely made the mistake. It's definitely my mistake. But I do think that that's part of it. So if you do book a hotel room for a holiday, make sure you've got that sorted and you do triple check when you're doing it. But there's a happy ending. There is a happy ending, because despite the fact that I wasn't expecting it, despite the fact that they would most likely have this sort of normal explanation for not giving me a refund, like, well, we had to use the rooms, so geez. Because of that, it's a huge shock when we get told that they have given us a refund, and we got a refund for the mistakenly booked rooms. I could not believe it. My wife couldn't believe it. My mate, who I'm going with, couldn't believe it. We were in utter shock, because this is customer service at its best. They gave us the refund. So I think it's worth shouting out Booking.com, who did say they said no at first, and then they said that they'd refer back to the hotel. And I don't know if it's the hotel. No, I don't think it is just the hotel, because I got the message from Booking.com. So I think it's that the Booking.com are connected. So Booking.com and the hotel decided to give me this huge refund. So the hotel is the Young Hotel in New Orleans. So I think it's worth just shouting them out and saying that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I haven't got that kind of money just throw away. We found some savings that we had for doing something in the house, and we used that. I'm not loaded, and we'd been saving up my actual spending money for the trip through the year, like literally since last June, actually. Since last June. So a whole year we've been saving up the money for me to have spending money. So having a refund has utterly saved my sense of even allowing myself to have a holiday and to think that it was justified, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, Booking.com and the Young Hotel in New Orleans are absolute 100% customer service 101. Unbelievable. So I did get a refund. So there's a bit of a warning video. Triple check how you book stuff. There's a bit of an explanation as to why I said something quite vague in my monthly wrap-up about the fact that something had happened that affected my money. And a huge shout-out to two companies that deserve a mention for their customer service, Booking.com, and really, probably most importantly, Young Hotel, the hotel that we're staying at. Because that's the other thing, that when we found this money to still get the hotel rooms, because we'd already spent all that money on the flights and stuff, and I just thought, I'm not interested anymore. I've just screwed everything up. I don't even do it. Is there a way of getting out of it and all this, But what I've got, he said, well, you've paid for the flights. You're not getting a refund for them, so let's just try and fix it. And she was amazing. But she is amazing. I don't know if I say that enough, but my wife is amazing. But she was like, let's sort this. Let's fix this. But I thought it wouldn't be fair on my mate if I choose another really, really cheap option when we spent hours, genuinely hours, at my house whittling down the hotels we wanted to pick and pick that one because that was our favourite. And we watched videos of people going in there on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. And we picked that hotel. So really, to rebook the hotel rooms, it was the right thing to do to book the same hotel. And actually, it's paid off anyway. So that's all good. But the Young Hotel decided to give me a refund. And I think that's a hell of a thing. So there we are. A good news story coming from a massive cock up. I lost all that money. But I haven't now. I haven't lost that money. So, yeah. There we are. Life can give you something to smile about sometimes. And it can correct a misstep sometimes. And when I'm saying life, whoever it was, there was an actual real person at the Young Hotel that decided, actually, that's a lot of money. Let's give him some money back. Stay curious, stay positive. You never know. And triple check your bookings. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.